Well, it's not always easy.
No.
Honestly, the way we started is music was his passion. It was something that he absolutely loved to do, and he told the story earlier about how when we were dating, I would come over and visit, and he would be in the room playing for like it felt like days, but it was really like hours, and it used to bother me at first. Initially, like I'll be like, "Oh, you love music more than you love me," and somewhere along the line, I began to understand that that's just his passion. It's not that he loves it more than he loved me. It's just that he loved it differently, and it was a gift from God, and that he appreciated the gift that God gave him. And eventually, because I loved him, I wanted to be involved in the things that he loved because he took time to be involved in things that I loved. And so, with doing that, I somehow, when he started the company, just kind of fell into that of being, kind of just like a wife, being everything he needed, where there was lack or there was some slack that needed to be picked up, I just kind of picked it up. And thus I became the A&R,
Everything.
everything, promotions. And honestly, it was a trial and error process for us doing this together.
And at the same time, it's not always, cookies and cream, There was a time we was going to South Carolina, I think it was. We were traveling, and we went to get breakfast. And when we got in there, I don't know what happened. Something happened, and we got into a little argument or whatever. And I don't know. From the time we left to the time we got there, we had it fixed. But it was it's not easy always, because we see each other all the time. I mean, This is my wife. We're together, but we're not just, relationship together. We're business relationship as well together. So we had to learn how, just like with marriage, we had to learn how to compromise business as well as marriage. So you can't we don't talk business all the time, which we started doing that at first. When we first started the business, it was always business, never, romantic time for
our date nights were business meetings.
Exactly.
But then I was like, okay, listen, we're gonna have to find some time that we talk about James and Jessica, not everybody else, because our focus was on everybody else that was involved in the business and making sure this person had that and making sure this was taken care of and that was taken care of, that we weren't taking care of each other and meeting each other's needs. Because outside of this, I also work, and he works outside of our business, and so sometimes it's difficult to come home and not be able to talk about, how your day was at work, because you got to get here and discuss the business aspects of what you were doing together. And so just being able to download what went on through the day with each other made it a little bit easier for us. And like he said, it's not always easy working with your spouse all the time. Literally, everything we do is together. We've been that way since we were teenagers. Before we even got married, everything we did was together. We ministered together. We would witness to people together as teenagers, and we've kind of been in each other's lives for a long time now.
But we really learned to compromise because I put her needs above mine, she puts my needs above hers. So my needs are taken care of, and her needs are taken care of. Becoming.
And when we tell people that, people are like, well, how can you put your needs above his, and he put your needs above his, and then you do the same? At some point, does anybody ever get mad or upset? No, because we learn to, and if we do get mad and upset, I'm not gonna say no, because totally sometimes it gets to a point where there are moments where there may be some upsetness, or sometimes you feel like you're not being treated the way you should be treated, but we've learned to talk about that, discuss that. I mean, we've had moments where literally he would be mad and he would want to go off and leave, or I'm gonna sleep downstairs on the couch. No, nobody's sleeping on the couch at this house. We sleep in the bed together, so we're gonna talk it through and we're gonna work it out.
All
and
night.
Yeah. So initially it took hours to get that stuff. But the more we talk, we realize now arguments don't last as long. Disagreements are, we compromise. And okay, listen, what I was trying to say was, because a lot of times, most of the arguments that we had initially in our marriage were 90% something that I did not understand, or something that we did not fully communicate on, and 10% of what was actually said. So when we said, this is what I said, but this is actually what I meant. And okay, well, we're saying the same thing. We're just saying it in a different way.
Yeah.